Hello, my name is Jerome Aparis. I'm the director of Breaking and How to Break.
Hi, I'm Kevin Boseman, and I am the choreographer for How to Break.
I started dancing in 1996 when I was in my teens. I saw a movie called Beat Street, and I fell in love with breaking, and I had to do it. And I started at a community center. There wasn't formal dance training at a studio, because at that time, nobody was teaching it. I was very fortunate to be taught by a local crew called DBS Crew. And from there, I really explored, went to New York, learned a lot from the greats.
Similarly, I came to dance sort of through media, seeing it on television, seeing it in films. I was drawn to like those old classic movies with, Fred Astaire, that kind of dance, and asked my parents when I was pretty young to take dance class. I didn't actually really start training until I was about 15, and I started in ballet. And then went to college. I was a theater major, so I was doing a lot of musicals, and then went to New York, danced or trained at the Alvin Ailey School, and then eventually danced in the company as well as with the Martha Graham Dance Company. I've done a lot of Broadway and am now choreographing and occasionally performing, but not very much anymore.
The coolest part when we collaborated is the understanding of, okay, you come from a different world, I come from a different world, and just understanding, okay, what are we trying to bring in this moment? What's the feeling? We'd always ask, what's the feeling? Where's this happening? Where's this take place? So we're getting into the emotional aspect. It wasn't really about, this has to be that dance discipline, this has to be that kind of style. It was more like, what's the feeling? What are we trying to bring in this moment? What can we bring to the table? And we would mesh together and we'd really just flow. I would say from the jump, from the very beginning, it was magic. We talked about how we're like peanut butter and jelly.
Yeah.
Right? Right? It's like where I'm peanut butter, you jelly, and then Logan
is the bread.
Is the bread.
Yeah, and Logan always starts a scene with, this is the adjective for this scene, this is the emotion for this scene. And so we flow from there.
We're always talking about simmering in the moment.
Simmering, yeah.
Yeah, that's one of our key words, where movement, and simmer. What's the feeling? What are we trying to bring? And then go back into the move. So it brings that breath of, all right.
And it allows the audience to really take it in and feel an emotion and not just be mesmerized by movement. Because of course, movement can be quite intoxicating, but we want them to feel something, yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's the joy that when we came together and collaborated is understanding, knowing, hearing, watching each other. And it's just been a beautiful dynamic. And the simmering moment and breathing, we come from totally different worlds, but yet it's the same but different.
Yeah,
in a sense.
yeah. There's like I always say there's a truth in the body. The body doesn't lie, and so there's a lot that is different about us. But then when I get up and I try some of I don't try the breaking, but I'll try the popping, and I can find it at times.
You could just feel when we're working, we're going, and we're bouncing ideas, and we're like, yes, this works, it doesn't work, and we're just going. We're always constantly moving forward and grinding. There's a sense of some kind of magic, a little magic.
I think we created something special.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah.